All right, take care. Yeah, I'll catch you down there. Whoa! What is this?
Remember last year? Yeah. Oh, hi.
What is going on in this hotel this weekend?
Oh, yeah. This is a furry convention.
A Furby convention?
A furry convention. Furbies are those terrifying animatronic stuffed animal things from like the early 2000s. Totally different thing.
Okay, so what is this exactly?
Well, have you ever heard of furries before?
Maybe? Was that thing from that one TV show? Oh, what was it called?
Well, that depends on what TV shows you've seen. Some have generally gotten it right, even featured a few of us, but a lot have gotten it way off.
Okay.
So the short version is that furries are people who like anthropomorphic animals.
Anthropomorphic?
Animals with human characteristics, like walking around on two legs, wearing clothes, talking, stuff like that.
Okay, sure. So, like Zootopia then?
Sure, yeah, that's a great example. But there's a lot more than just that.
Okay, so who are you? Are you supposed to be the fox?
No, I'm not Nick Wilde. I'm actually my own character.
Your own character? Do you have like a movie or something?
No. I'm a character that I made myself specifically for posting online, costuming at conventions like this, and stuff like that.
Okay, so it's like Zootopia, but not Zootopia? I don't understand.
Okay, so we like anthropomorphic animals like the ones in Zootopia, right?
Sure.
Some are from other movies like Robin Hood or Rocket Raccoon, and then other TV shows as well, like Beastars or even that kids' TV show Bluey.
Okay, so you guys are fans of those movies and TV shows and whatnot then?
Well, yes, but it's more about the particular medium of using anthropomorphic animals to tell the stories and express the characters.
Okay, so you just like the style? Is that right?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Pretty much anything with animal characters can technically count. They don't have to be that human-like.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, we have these conventions, for example. Have you ever seen Star Trek?
No, I'm not a nerd.
All right, how about Marvel movies?
Oh, yeah, I actually really liked some of those. I mean, some of the latest ones have kind of sucked, but I mean, I think that's kind of the studio's fault. I mean, like...
Sure. But, okay, so have you ever been to, like, Comic-Con, for example?
No, but I've heard of it.
Okay, so it's kind of like the same thing, except Comic-Cons are about comic books and related media around those characters.
Sure.
People go to things like Comic-Con because they like that particular medium, but they might enjoy vastly and wildly different characters and storylines and maybe even different mediums. For example, they might not have ever even read a comic book and might just be a fan of the movies.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I know a guy who likes Batman and he goes and dresses up as Batman at those.
Okay, cool, yeah. So the furry fandom's kind of like that. The biggest difference is that we don't always dress up as characters from other movies and TV shows and stuff like that. It's really more of our own characters.
Okay, but they don't have their own media, like a movie or a TV show or anything like that?
It depends. Some furries actually did work on Zootopia, and a lot of furries do sometimes dress up as popular characters like Nick and Judy, or Rocket Raccoon, or Robin Hood, you name it. But it's really about their own characters and their own personal self-expression with the character that they designed for themselves. A lot of furries will use their character to tell their own story. For example, I'm working on a novel right now, and a bunch of my characters are featured heavily in that novel as like some of the main characters.
Okay. What's it called? Can I read it?
Well, it's not really done yet.
Oh.
And besides, not all furries write books. A lot of them just do the character, which is a representation or idealization of themselves as an anthropomorphic animal character.
Okay, sure. I get that, but why animal characters? I mean, it's a little weird, right?
Well,
Wait a minute. This is a sex thing, isn't it?
No, it's not a sex thing. At least not generally.
So, it is a sex thing?
No, it's not a sex thing. There can be some adult-themed stuff, and some people do make it about sex, but not in any different of a way than every other facet of life.
What do you mean?
Okay, so we're in a nice hotel, right?
I mean, yeah, it's like $200 a night here. It's not cheap.
Right, so we've taken a large group of people who all have similar interests and put them in one building for a whole weekend.
Okay.
So we have a lot of adults with shared common interests in a confined space.
Okay, sure.
Yes,
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
get
okay.
that. But like, why animal characters? I'm like, it's a little weird.
Well, yeah, sure, it's a little weird, but the characters aren't always directly involved. Some people will just draw adult-themed artwork or write stories with adult themes, but again, it's the same exact thing that happens in other fandoms too.
What do you mean?
Have you ever read fan fiction or heard somebody say that they ship characters?
Oh, yeah, no, I've heard of the ship thing. Yeah, like I ship these characters. Yeah, no, I get that.
So it's like that. People will see characters that they like and they...
Okay, sure, but the characters are usually people, right?
Yes, yeah, they can be. So you have people who they have characters that they like, and then you get those real people into the real space together, and yeah.
Okay, I guess I can kind of get that. But it's not all like that, so you say?
No, not at all. If you go to the dealer's den or you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll see that a lot of it can be completely family friendly. PG-13 at the most. And in fact, most conventions have in their code of conduct that the con space is to be kept to a PG rating, maybe relaxing that in the evenings to PG-13. Most of them don't allow 18 plus stuff outside of specific events that are in closed door rooms with ID checks at the front. There are some that are considered 18 plus only, but that doesn't mean that it's specifically sexual. That can also include people talking about hard topics like domestic abuse, violence, substance abuse, depression, and things like that that are for a mature audience but are not sexual.
Okay. So you guys don't, like, do it with, like, animals, right? Do you?
No. That is zoophilia or bestiality. We do not do that. That's not even the same thing. Not even close.
Are you sure?
Yes. Have you heard of the Captain Kirk test? Also sometimes called the Harkness test?
Like Jack Harkness? Sure.
Yeah, exactly. And you are totally a nerd, by the way.
Okay, yeah, whatever, sure. What's this test?
It's basically your average guideline for determining if it's okay to sexualize a character or to engage in those activities with a specific type of character.
Okay.
It basically proposes 3 boxes that you can check before you can move on. The first one is, does it have human or greater intelligence?
Okay, sure. So that would rule out animals then.
Right, exactly. The second one is, can it talk or communicate effectively?
Why does that matter?
Because if they can't, then they can't consent.
Right, okay, sure. That makes sense. What's number 3?
Number 3 is it of sexual maturity for its species?
Right, because we can't be doing that with a child. Okay, sure, I get that.
Yes, exactly. So if you check off all 3 of those boxes, you have an adult who is capable of consenting and is of human or greater intelligence. And assuming that that thing does consent, then it's acceptable.
Okay, so you could do that with, like, aliens or animal people, I guess. I mean, I get it. It still seems weird, but as long as it checks those boxes, I mean, that makes sense to me. I think I get it.
Yeah, awesome. Do you have any other questions, or?
So, how do you know if you are a furry?
It's all a choice. Some people are into it a lot, some people are into it only a little, but really it's just up to you and if you want to call yourself that.
Wait, you can choose?
Yeah, so like, say you liked Star Trek, but you don't really care for all those nerds that watch it. You don't have to call yourself a Trekkie just because you like Star Trek. That's an identifier that somebody would use to let other people know that they really like Star Trek. It's the same thing with furries. You can like anthropomorphic animals or Zootopia, but just liking them doesn't make you a furry. What makes you a furry is if you say, hi, yes, this is me, I'm a furry.
Okay, cool. So should I go check out that, like, the dealership? What did you call it?
Oh yeah, the dealer's den. I think that'd be great. The one thing is, these conventions can be pretty expensive to run, so you'd need to buy a pass.
Oh, okay.
But I'll tell you what, if you really think this is interesting and you want to go see some more, I'll buy you a day pass and you can check it out and see if it's something you're into or not.
Sure, okay, yeah, let's go.
Sweet! Let's go get you a badge. So, what's your favorite animal? I'm done filming. I hope my phone is still recording. I should probably double check that. You didn't fill up, did you? Oh, thank God. Did I miss anything? I don't think I missed anything. I didn't say to thank them for the video, although I did just thank them for the video. So, oh, here's a video. Maybe you guys would be interested in that. YouTube thinks you would, so if you wanted to click on that, that would be very cool. You should check it out and just hit the subscribe button. It's right down there. Yeah. See you later.